Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Students, this short video is regarding how to simulate white noise using R code. Now, this series of lecture which you will be witnessing in the next 3 to 4 lectures, they are very important to have a very strong background in time series analysis. The first and the foremost important thing is what is white noise and how can we simulate white noise. Now, Dr. Marashi, of course, will be teaching you the main fabric of the white noise. So you see, this is the white noise where we have normally distributed with zero mean and one standard deviation. So this is a sort of a Gaussian white noise. It is a white noise, but it's a Gaussian, normally distributed. وكمان هنا في and you have to discuss this thing in the class. Dr. Marashi must have discussed this thing in the class. But how to simulate this thing in R? Because we need good simulation techniques in R. So let us go to R and let us see what we have here. So the first statement is set seed. Set seed is for what? It is to produce the same results again and again. So we use the seeds to produce the same results again and again. Why? Because whenever we use a random number, random normal, so if we don't use this thing, we will be getting a different result every time. So it will be difficult for us to study this thing. So set seed means that if you repeat this thing miya marra, or you will get the same results. This is for teaching purposes. Now, why will be our series? This will be our series. This we are just simulating the series using what? Using what? I'm going to use. Uh, I'm going to generate normal random variates 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 with mean يساوي كم صفر standard deviation يساوي كم واحد. This is how we generate a random variates from normal standard normal distribution or normal distribution. If it is 0 and 1, it is standard normal. Otherwise, we call it a normal distribution. So in the first place, I am telling R to generate 1000 random variables which are normally distributed with 0 mean and 1 standard deviation. And then by using this command y is equal to tsy, okay, let me do it so that you can understand well. For example, if I just plot this y, the upper y, balloon ts, what will happen? You see, if I'm going to plot this 1000 nukat with mean يساوي صفر and deviation يساوي واحد, and if I plot this thing زي كده without the seed, so it is going to be like this. But in time series, we don't want like this. This is for probability distribution. If we have to study probability distributions, we need to have it like this, like points. But I like to have the connected points, وصل نقاط كيف. So I am not going to use this thing. First, I will tell R that the series y, whatever the y, you see the series y here, treat them as time series. This is to convert data into time series component. Don't mind my spellings. And now if we plot it, it is not going to be like this. It is not going to be like this. So let us plot this this y. Now it has been converted into time series and we have saved it into y again. Main is the title. This main is the title. What is the title of the graph? The title will be here. It will be white noise series with normally distributed with mean يساوي كم صفر or standard deviation يساوي كم واحد. Then again quotes. Remember here quotes. Remember here quotes. Double quotes here, double quotes here, and a bracket here. Let's plot this thing. Let's plot this thing. Badoon set seed. Badoon set seed. Let's see what do we have. Yeah, you see now, this is white noise series with mean يساوي صفر and standard deviation يساوي واحد. وين mean؟ هنا صفر صفر. هذا series. ما في هنا series. This is just the index. صفر واحد اثنين ثلاثة up to 1000 ليه 1000 هنا 1000. So this is y is here. The data is here. So you see that the series is somewhere in the middle of this. This is the middle of the series. So this is the mean. This is the mean. This is the mean. تقريبا صفر. And see the variation now. تغير من صفر حتى تقريبا ثلاثة. من صفر حتى تقريبا ثلاثة. Some points going up and down. تقريبا ثلاثة. So this is a normally distributed variable with zero mean and one standard deviation. One standard deviation. ليه هنا ثلاثة? You know this. In standard normal distribution, the z kima can lie between salib talata hatta mojib talata. One standard deviation, two standard deviation, or talata standard deviation. Right? So how to write this thing? This is white noise series normally distributed with mean صفر and standard deviation يساوي كم؟ واحد اثنين ثلاثة. So صفر حتى ثلاثة ناقص صفر يساوي كم؟ ثلاثة على ثلاثة because this is 3 times standard deviation. هذا يساوي واحد. So this is a normally distributed white noise or Gaussian white noise with zero mean and one standard deviation. Now I'm not going to use the seed. So what will happen? If I run this thing again, you will have another data. If you run this thing again, another data. If you run this thing again, another data. Do you get my point? So in order to avoid this thing, we put seed. Okay, now let us highlight seed and run this thing. أول مرة شوف مرة ثاني ثلاثة مرة نفسه أربع مرة نفسه خمسة مرة نفسه. That's why we use seed. Now for our own convenience, right, I would like to draw a line over here, a line horizontally أفقي. ما في عمودي مين هنا ما في كده ما في زي كده هنا. هذا إيش؟ هذا time 1 day 2 day up to 1000 days, let's suppose. But this is the data. I need a line. I would like to ارسم a خط وين في مين يساوي where مين يساوي كم تقريبا صفر. Okay, so let us draw this thing now. AB line H means horizontal. أفقي. If we have V, let's suppose here V, it will be عمودي زي كده, like this. But we need أفقي. So horizontal line, where we need the line? At the mean of Y, somewhere here. Mean of Y تقريبا صفر, because we are generating only 1000 random variables. If we generate 10,000 random variables, then the mean will be exactly يساوي صفر. But in this case, it can be near to صفر. Let's see. You see this red line? MashaAllah. It is where it is تقريبا صفر. And of course, there is another thing known as ACF of Y. I am not going to teach you right now ACF Y. Dr. Marashi will brief you on what is ACF, but how to draw ACF and PCF, you should know this thing. In time series, these two plots. This ACF, what is ACF, what is PACF, Dr. Marashi is going to teach you. But if you highlight these two, you will get two graphs like this. Number one, this is always remember, we can have here main هذا يساوي ACF. Do we get this thing? Yes. And for PCF, we can say main. This is the title of the graph. Isawi double quotes P A C F. What is ACF PCF? You will be learning in the next lecture. So you have got these two plots, ACF PCF. Then in the coming lectures, I will teach you how to draw two graphs at one time. When you two graphs in one row or in one column, in one column or in one row in the lecture, in the next lecture. That is all for today, and I hope you are going to run this thing talata marra in your own time, and you should know how to simulate a white noise. The white noise is the linchpin of analysis of time series. Very, very, very important. Take care and see this video talata marra. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.